So much has been written about the Kennedy family, not least the assassination of JFK, that the waters have become so muddy it's all pitch black. In 1963, President John Kennedy made a rare visit to Vatican City to meet the Pope Paul VI. JFK was the first Catholic president, so the cult of Babylon, that is today's Vatican, would have expected JFK to carry on the influence of the religion over the state. It was a telling sign that this wasn't to be, when JFK did not kneel and kiss the ring of Pope Paul VI. Regardless of the mainstream media's reasons for this was a public show of disrespect, one that is rarely mentioned by those researching the assassination of JFK. In fact, in an address to the Greater Houston Ministerial Association in 1960, JFK openly stated that he would keep the church and state separate. He said the separation was absolute.
I believe in an America where the separation of church and state is absolute, where no Catholic prelate would tell the president, should he be Catholic, how to act. I believe in an America that is officially neither Catholic, Protestant, nor Jewish, where no public official either requests or accepts instructions on public policy from the Pope, the National Council of Churches, or any other ecclesiastical source.
Now bear in mind that much of the mob in New York were Catholic, at least on the surface, and were baptized. Now look at the architecture of Washington D.C, clearly based on the Roman Temple of Saturn. Washington D.C was once called Rome Maryland, with land owned by a chap named Francis Pope. Even Capitol Hill is named after the Roman Capitoline Hill. It is clear that the cult of Babylon, and therefore the Roman Catholic Church, were deeply involved with all business in Washington D.C, as they are in the City of London, which is Babylondon, and of course the Vatican itself. The cult of Babylon never went away. It relocated and expanded. JFK must have known this, so perhaps that is why his wife Jackie Kennedy wrote a poem that said JFK was compelled to chase the Golden Fleece. The Order of the Golden Fleece is the highest honour of the Catholic Church. Jackie went on to marry into the black nobility Onassis family, some say to protect her children after so many Kennedys had been targeted. So much has been written about the Kennedys. Rumours about Robert and John's father, Joe, being a bootlegger, which led to a hit job being put out by the mob, are dubious and arguable. Then we had the deaths of at least 14 Kennedys in tragic or strange circumstances, and of course the assassinations of both John and Robert. All the while, RFK has been alienated from his family and is openly telling the world who killed his father, Robert Kennedy Sr., and it wasn't Sirhan Sirhan. Researcher and author Don Jeffries joins me today to discuss the conspiracy that clearly surrounds this legendary family, as well as its place in the creation of the disinformation memory hole.